Hey ambitious professionals, it's Linda Rayner of lindarayner.com, guiding you to a career and life you'll truly enjoy. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you 4 key steps on how to improve your communication skills, whether you're talking to just one person or a whole group of people, and so that you can feel natural, at ease, and confident. As a career strategist, I've had the honor of being able to help numerous professionals land their dream job offers. And so if this is something that you're interested in working with me one-on-one, I can definitely give you details about that at the end of this video. In my line of work, where I work with corporate professionals and help them to advance their careers, a common topic of discussion is communication. If you struggle with communication, then this may also be you, where you're in a situation where you're talking to people and you find that the conversation is very unnatural, it's forced, and it doesn't really go anywhere. And you find that the other person is struggling to hold their interest in you, and you feel that there's something wrong with you because of the way that you're communicating to them. And this can easily happen in a situation where you're at a, let's say, networking event and you have to talk to a group of strangers where you just feel awkward, you feel unnatural, and you're not able to really develop any connections with anyone. So today I'm going to teach you 4 steps that will really help you to improve your communication skills, whether you're in a social setting or in a professional setting, and so that you can feel more confident and at ease. Step number 1, listen intently. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can communication be about listening when really it's about talking? You assume that to improve your communication skills, it's really about your ability to speak, right? Well, yes and no. The key thing about communication is that if you're able to listen intently to the other person and you're able to hear what they're really saying beyond the words that are coming out of their mouth, you're going to be able to have more value to add to the conversation, because you're going to be able to say something that is beyond what it is that they're just talking about at a surface level. Listening intently doesn't just mean using your ears and hearing what the person is saying. It's really being able to get a sense of what they're feeling. It's being able to get a sense of really what they're trying to express and maybe what they're not trying to express as well. So it's really about using your intuition as well, being able to read a person, hear the words that are coming out of their mouth, but also hear what it is that they're really trying to mean when they're talking about that. And whenever you can really do this exercise where you're really extending yourself in a way that you're really listening and paying attention to someone, they can feel that off of you, and automatically they feel that you're more engaged with them, and they're more likely to share and to talk to you and to feel comfortable around you. And that is a key part to being a good communicator. Step number 2, respond with phrases that relate to what that person is talking about. You can start off with phrases such as, "That's interesting because I can relate, because that's true, because." Starting your conversation with these types of words shows that you're interested and engaged in the other person. And so if you want people to be engaged and interested in you when you're communicating with them, you first have to give that energy. Saying things like, "That's true because," etc., 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 shows that you can relate and you can validate what the other person is saying. And that is what, as human beings, we're all looking to do, to be validated, to be heard by other people, and to feel connected to those that we're talking to. Step number 3 to improving your communication skills: tell stories. After the because part of your conversation, tell a story that relates to what that person is talking about. The story obviously has to have a point, and it has to be something that is in relation to what you guys are discussing. As I always say, a good story follows the same pattern as a movie. Think of any good movie you've watched, and when you can break it down, there are actually 3 key parts to the movie. And I call this SAR, an acronym that stands for situation, action, and results. The majority of the movie is made up of the situation, the setting up of the story, getting to know the characters, their stories, their situations, the things that they're dealing with, the issues that they're having to go through, and the situation, the setting that they're in. The second part of the movie is the action, where the good guy fights the bad guy. So you're actually seeing what are the steps that that guy is taking or that girl is taking to resolve the initial situation or the problem that they're dealing with. And the third part of the movie is the shortest in length, and it's simply the conclusion or the result. What ended up happening? When you can learn to tell your stories using this type of structure, it's going to make the other person feel more engaged, more interested in you and in your story, and it's going to help you to prove the point that you're trying to make as well. And finally, step number 4 to improving your communication skills: practice. This is something that so many professionals seem to overlook when they're going to any networking event or meeting people for the first time, and they know that they're gonna have to meet these people and talk to these people. And that is to practice. Practice ahead of time what you're going to say. If you had an important presentation to do at work, you wouldn't just walk into the meeting and just be unprepared and talk on the fly. You would want to practice ahead of time. Well, in other professional and social settings, it also doesn't hurt to practice ahead of time. You want to have your stories ahead of time prepared so that when you do go ahead and communicate them, they're more fluent, they're more fluid, and they come off more naturally. Without thinking through and developing your stories, you won't succeed in your communication. So work on your communication skills by practicing on your own time, and then the next time that you have to go into a group meeting or group conversation or just a one-on-one conversation, you'll be able to communicate in a more natural and confident way. So there you have it, my 4 steps on how you can improve your communication skills, whether in a group or individual setting. Now, if you're someone who's been searching for a job for a while, you've been looking, you've been going on interviews, but you just haven't been successful, and you realize that you need one-on-one professional help, then feel free to reach out to me. Head on over to my website, lindarainer.com/standoutgethired. Feel free to read through the page, fill out the application form, and if I feel or my team feels that we're a potential match, then we'll reach out to you directly and we'll take it from there. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.